Okay, welcome back once again. So for this next fight, I'm really hoping to stumble upon like a street fight, as it were. And what I do when I encounter that, I'm just going to use my 5 weakest, which would mean everyone except for K. Ramza, obviously level 4, everyone else is 3 or 2. So if I don't get in that street fight, this is going to be a pretty boring video, and I might just cut it short. Actually, what I'll do, I've got a save function, so I can save it here. I don't care which scenario I get in a fight, but I do want to get in one, and it's this one. So it's going to be another swamp fight, folks. Good old battle down at the swamp. So if that didn't happen, basically what I would have done is load state and then pick that file I just saved. So everyone except K is invited to the swamp, which is really too bad because I just mentioned that it's a lot of fun to use thieves. Thieves, I mean, their best / most fun skill is Steal Heart. It's effectively a charm, and for typically about 3 turns, your enemy is going to be your friend. It sucks really bad when it happens to you. By default, it's about a 54% chance of working. For some reason, there's a handful of fights where it's a lot higher. Like, for example, when they set an ambush, Gafgarian sets, spoiler alert, sorry. There's an ambush fight, and those knights, for whatever reason, they are super susceptible to charm. I don't know if ladies get excited when they know they're ambushing somebody. Ooh, we're gonna murder them good. Oh yeah, you're cute. Yeah, I'll help you. That's how that works. So right now it's just a matter of approaching the enemy. No one here is especially deadly, especially with a caster. In a perfect world, I would have Ice learned, but I usually just like to learn Bolt because I mentioned in a previous video, when it's raining, you get a power up from Bolt and a power down from Fire when it's raining. So those spells still have their time and place, but I try to learn those by picking up crystals from people that have died. So I'm going to stand behind. I don't think that my Black Mage can reach that spot where she'd be able to hit 2 people at once. But in case I'm wrong, I want that to be a possibility. If I was being really cautious, I would probably go for him last and just ambush the goblins. But I'm not, so don't worry about that. I think, I only have 1 potion left. I need to buy potions. In fact, I'm not even going to use it right now. I'm going to throw a rock. And not throw a rock at her. Not a good friend move. I guess I'll just go for the one with less health. And it's 100% hit rate. I mentioned in the past, sometimes throwing a rock is worth half. So that's what you just witnessed, in case you're like, duh? I'm going back here because I won't be as exposed to all the goblins. This is going to almost kill both. One of them will die, the other one will have 2 health left. And I'm going after this undead guy. Oh, I didn't finish that thought. The reason I'm okay with dividing and conquering and I'm not waiting to kill him is when you kill an undead creature, 50% of the time when their ticker, their CT goes all the way through 3 times, like this goblin is down, he's going to have a little 3 floating above him. Then it's going to be a 2, then it's going to be a 1, then it's a 0, and after that 0 runs out, they turn into either a treasure chest or a crystal. And once that happens, they're gone forever. But with the undead, once that gets to the 3, 2, 1, 0, which sounds like your parents like, get in here on the count of 3. 1, 2, 2.5. But anyway, so that 0, once that 0 runs out, like I said, treasure box or crystal. But undead, they have a 50-50 chance of popping back up. And their total health is going to wildly vary. So sometimes it's full health, sometimes it's 1. But either way, if it's a pretty close fight, that can really that can be very costly. So this one's not going to be a close fight. In fact, it's pretty much over. Oh, this goblin's still alive, and I just ignored him. The chemist just walked away like he wanted nothing. Oh, because he is about to be nothing. The crazy thing is, if he was casting with ice damage, that would be way higher. I'm going to get a nice little sniper's perch. You know, in a pinch, that's a good perch. And this fight's pretty much over. It's just a matter of once that lightning hits. As you can see, the wizards are extremely powerful. Like this guy almost killed all 3 of the goblins, and then, you know, the other 2 effectively took down the undead monster. So I'm just going to do some quick experience point stuff. Actually, job point stuff. Experience point just takes care of itself. It's kind of a turn coin operation. I don't know. So Mayfield was in the fight. You know, it's not a bad idea to have this early on. There's nothing I'm really dying to get Mayfield as far as night skills are concerned. In fact, I might even just change jobs for him because he's a better caster anyway. I just mentioned that I like priests a little later on because they get a speed boost. But I got the night skill, that's kind of the important thing. And right now he's very under-equipped. Morris is still not a level 2 chemist. I'm actually going to do the same thing here and give him Weapon Guard. And I'll show you where Weapon Guard comes into play. That would be... Not quite sure. I wish I could point to this or the other thing, like anything other than the little hand, because I'm not remembering how to get to that. But anyway, if you see in the middle of the screen, there's a sword, and to the left of that, there's a 5%. That sword is actually for your attack power, which is to the right of that. Anyway, I was just using that as an indicator. That 5% is what Weapon Guard is being, like the blind knife provides a 5% block. The long sword provides a 10% block, for example. I'm not sure why I'm touching August right now. Morris, like I said, I'm going to keep him as a chemist. Kenji is still a level 1 wizard. Judy, I'm going to go the distance with Judy and make her, like, build her basics really well. Sharon obviously still has a lot of work. She got the low default for job points, so it's going to be a little bit until she's a level 2. I taught her a Steel Heart, but other than that, I don't need her with Black Magic. It's a terrible choice. So I'm going to use item. Anyway, speaking of items, since that was a super short fight, you guys can watch me go shopping. So I haven't used any Phoenix Downs. I'm going to go ahead and get, I'll just do 11. And then there's every typically 4 fights or so, there's new equipment available. Because Mayfield has Weapon Guard, I definitely need to get him a weapon. Pretty big price jump to a White Staff for the same amount of damage. Yeah, it says it's stronger than its power in battle. So I'll trust the salesman that that's a good product. And then I definitely need Red Hood because he's only got 20 magic points by default, and none of these except a linen robe, which is pretty expensive, offer that. It's important, you know, I'm going to double up on evasion and just get a small mantle, because what that does is see the minus 10 on the far right. That is accessory evasion. So I took a second because I was like, what is that? And I didn't know what the AEV is, but yeah, accessory evasion. So that's why he's going to get 10% at any angle. Even if someone hits from behind, he's getting at least 10%. And it does stack. So he's got 15% from the weapon, 10% from the accessory, and then the CEV, that's central evasion. So if someone hits him in the center, that's what he has a default of. I really should replace the default clothes. Those are so lousy. And 25 magic points are pretty good. I'm not going to spend the money on him. I will, however, get him a Thunder Rod because that means he's going to be a stronger caster with lightning in particular. Same with her. I'm going to get her leather vest. Leather vest. And Kay is still not going to be in the next fight. Nothing for him to get. I don't like him. Oh, he has a linen robe. Get that, man. Sorry. I got to get that linen robe off of him. He's wasting it. Get some crappy clothes. And I will give this to Kenji. Needs it more. Okay. So Kenji can cast 5 times, not quite 6. He's got 35, 6 times per spell. So anyway. All right. That's pretty much it for my shopping, and I will see you guys on the next video.